managed to corrupt our sisters. If we could only find out how... If we could...
Where can I take you?
We traveled east, over the mountains and into the vast deserts of broken lands. As the days passed, my companion told me of himself, that he had once been a great warrior, and that a dark and secret burden now weighed heavily upon him. We traveled for an eternity across that barren wasteland. How long? I couldn't say. And always a dark cloud seemed to follow us just over the horizon. Finally, the journey ended. We climbed the last bridge. There below us lay our destination. The shining jewel, Loot Lane, with a great sea beyond. We made camp there last night. Perhaps it was the warm desert wind or the sound of the ocean, but for the first time in many weeks, I slept. However, the dreams returned, but these were clearly not my own. I beheld a vision of a great man, the mage, Talrasha. You were there too, Tyrael. I remember seeing you in my dream. His brethren had cornered a great demon, Baal, Lord of Destruction, who had been set loose upon the world. They attempted to imprison the demon within a sacred stone. Yet when their attempts failed, Talrasha selflessly volunteered to contain the demon within himself, completing the prison. He instructed his brethren to bind him within the tomb, buried under the sand, there to wrestle with the demon for all eternity.
Now you know what I seek, Marius. This is my brother. Sleep now. We set out with the dawn.
The next morning, we walked over the hill toward Lutgolain. I had no idea then of the horrors that were in store for me there.
Good day. Greetings, honored traveler. I am Jaren, Lord of Lutgolain, and I bid you welcome to my fair port city. I'm glad to know that once again, caravans are free to travel through the Western Pass. For some time now, we have been under siege by an evil power that I cannot identify. Strange, it all began when a dark wanderer came this way, looking for the tomb of Talrasha. No one knows exactly where Talrasha, keeper of Baal, is entombed, but it is certain to be far out in the desert. Now my people whisper tales of the dead rising from their tombs, and horrible creatures lurking amongst the moonlit dunes. Even I have witnessed things which I cannot explain. I've ordered the port closed and all trade ships moored until I am sure that my city is safe. Atma, the tavern keeper, has an important mission for you. Go see her immediately. You'll find her on the other side of town. Now I must return to the palace. I apologize, but I can't invite you in. Things are rather a mess right now. To any who aid me in the defense of Lutgolain, I pledge my support. Passage east, wealth, honor, All are due to those who help my city. For trade in magic and the like, see Drognin or Lysander. Drognin is the wisest man I know, without equal in magic and ancient lore. Poor Lysander is nearly deaf, but he's a reliable potion chemist. For travel back west, see Wariv, whom you already know. Our own Farah is a fine and honest armorer, and she can heal wounds as well. Elzix is the innkeeper, and may also have some items to trade. Graves, the mercenary captain I hired to secure the gates of Lut Gholein, keeps order in town as well. There are others here too. I'm sure you'll meet most of them. Just look around.
Now that Andariel is dead, I can return and outfit the rogues properly. Once I've made some trades here, I'll be free to head back to their monastery. Let me know if you want to travel along. My ship is the only way eastward from here. I believe Captain Mashif has a small trading vessel moored at the docks.
Good day. Elzix is quite a scoundrel, but I like him all the same.
I know much about the ancient religions. I was trained as a paladin of Zakarum in the Eastern Koras Temple many years ago. Atma is a good, loving woman, but I fear she will succumb to her despair and hatred.
I've heard that you are responsible for banishing Andariel back to the burning hells. I'm impressed, stranger. That couldn't have been easy. My name is Drognin, and I know what you're up against, my friend. You ought to look over my inventory of items for trade. Not long ago, one of my Vigerai comrades, who I believed had died in Tristram, came to the city. He seemed quite insane, so I dismissed much of what he said. However, he was able to talk his way into Jaren's palace. No one has seen him since. I fear that fool may have found something in the palace that led to his doom.
This town manages to stay safe with all the trouble going on out in the desert. Well, I can tell you that it's got nothing to do with the local town guards. They're all in the palace for some reason. Jaren hired me and my mercenaries to help keep the peace around here. We're not cheap, but we're the best this wasteland has to offer. Geglash is an imposing warrior, but he's never been able to back down from a fight. One of these days, his pride will be the death of him.
You look like a sturdy adventurer. You know, I used to be quite the scoundrel in my day. I led the fiercest group of bandits who ever terrorized these sands. Nowadays, I run this here inn and pretty much stay out of trouble. My days of adventuring are behind me. Giglash is a fool who would fight his own shadow if he could. Fighting's all he ever thinks about.
Trust you, You may be as shifty as that pack rat Elzix who runs the inn. But if you need a potion, though, I suppose I can make you one. For a price, of course. There are some ancient enchanted fountains in the desert that can heal your wounds, if you drink enough from them.
Greetings. I'm Mashif, captain of this ship here. I make port runs around the Twin Seas and occasionally out to Kingsport and Westmarch. I haven't sailed anywhere lately, though. Jared has ordered me to stay docked here in case of emergency. Atma serves a fine ale in her establishment.
People keep pestering me. Praise seems to have this place locked down nice and tight. Not that I couldn't have done the same. I've proven my valor in combat plenty of times. I've got no time for old alchemists. Lysander would be completely useless in a real fight.
I don't expect this of you, but if you want to help me, I would be grateful. In the sewers below our city, there lurks a horrid creature that hungers for human flesh. The creature has killed many, including my son and my husband. If you destroy it, I will reward you. Please, be careful though. That beast has taken enough from us already. The sewer entrance is through the trapdoor, just up the street. The creature makes its lair in the tunnels beneath the city. He butchered my husband and son. I simply cannot bear to talk about it. Giglash may seem like a sot, but he's a brave man. All this trouble has driven him to drinking more than his usual.
Don't touch my drink, or I'll bore a hole into your skull with my phone.
Hello. There are two entrances to the sewers, I believe. One of them is right near here, down by the water beneath the docks. I can see it from my ship, and you can bet I keep an eye on it every night.
Your presence honors me. I've heard tales of walking corpses out in the desert at night, though I've never actually seen one.
You may not pass. Hi there. I hear that the creature kills his victims in order to hack off their limbs. I guess that makes me a less likely candidate, eh?
Good evening. I've personally found some of that devil's victims washed up out of the sewer. Often they are missing limbs or a head, and their bodies have always been skinned. At first, the creature raided the town at night. That's how Atna lost her family. Now we've got him barricaded in the sewers. You're safe up here on the surface, but every now and again, some fool wants to be a hero and heads down to the waste tunnels with a pig sticker.
Approach and let's trade. Farah and I have been talking about the creature recently. From my studies, I have deduced that it is Radamant the Fallen, an ancient Horadric mummy that has for some reason left his tomb to prey on mortals. I'm doing some more research now. If you check back later, I may have some more insight as to his nature.
And infuse them with spells that would allow them to protect their tombs, even after death. I have no idea why one of them would be acting so malevolently. Perhaps Drognan or Farah would know more about this.
Good morning. I hear that beast is after body parts. Does he eat them? Ooh, ghastly.
It is an honor to serve you. I believe that the creature you refer to is one of the ancient Horadric mummies from the tombs that lie buried beneath the desert sands. It is unusual for one of his kind to be so far away from his resting place. I sense in this entity a restless and malevolent spirit.
starting to have second thoughts about my request. I couldn't bear the thought of you losing your life on my behalf. Please, be careful. In addition to my public house, there used to be several brothels doing business here. When the troubles first started in the desert, the Harem Guild sought sanctuary within the palace. Of course, Jaren was glad to oblige. I'll bet they're finding many ways to repay him for his protection.
Hey there! Aha! Back for a small shot of courage? Believe me, it doesn't help for long. Drinks, barkeep! Have you found those big sand maggots yet? Arrows and all that don't work so well against them. Best thing is just hack them with a sword or such.
Ahoy, mate! I noticed a rotting human arm floating in the harbor this morning. I suspected foul play, so I told Grays. He didn't seem too concerned since there haven't been any folk reported missing lately. There's something Jaren's not telling me. I just don't know what. To my eye, things here in town don't look that bad, especially since Warrive's caravan route opened up.
Good day. Death is not afraid of the living, but the living abhor death. There used to be a lot of brothels here. I guess the trouble scared all the women away. Or maybe they're safe in Jaren's palace.
You may not pass. Good day. If you're going to fight that thing, use some common sense. Be knowledgeable about what harms the undead. Poison, for instance, will have little effect. Atma. Now there's a fine woman. Lately, though, she's only thinking about revenge. She has reason enough.
We've been meaning to send an organized group down there to kill that thing, but it would be dangerous. We just can't afford the chance of losing any men with all the trouble that's going on in the desert. Geglash is an imposing warrior, but he's never been able to back.
Good day. I've just been reading something interesting about this sort of undead. Apparently, certain Horadric funereal priests altered the bodies of their dead mages with magical and surgical techniques, often replacing body parts with those of animals. This was thought to augment their powers and raise their status in the afterlife. I've heard of your friend, Kane. He is the last of the Horadric. You would do well to heed whatever advice he has to give you.
Good to see you. The Horadric mummies were created to protect the tombs, but Rodiment is far from his burial chamber. Given the aberrations that have been witnessed lately, it comes as no surprise that even the ancient Guardian's spells have begun to unravel. Be wary of this as you venture farther into the desert. Mischief is an interesting man. Part of him longs for the freedom of the open seas, yet his heart belongs in his homeland.
Good day. Huh? Peppermint? Oh, Radamant. Yes, yes. Oh, a foul creature. Some of my exploding potions should do quite nicely against him. They usually work well against the undead. I've traded my potions to Ariv many times. Yes, they seem to fetch a good price in the Western lands.
How may I help you? Drognan told me something interesting earlier today. It might explain why Rodamant is so restless, and it might have something to do with why he is stealing human body parts. Ariv may not remember me, but I helped him out when I was a young paladin. There's no need for me to remind you. The rewards for honor will not come in this life.
Rhodamant, return to dust.
Good day. Good job, mate. At night out on my ship, I was often awakened by that fiend's awful moaning. I'll bet I rest easier now.
Your presence honors me.
You may not. Hi there. We ran into one of those old tomb guardians when I ran with my bandits. I know they aren't easy foes to face, so you sure have my respect. Have you told Atma yet?
Greetings. You've killed Rhodamant, eh? That's quite a nice piece of work. If you ever need a job as a mercenary, I'd be happy to sign you up.
Approach and let's trade. From what you tell me, it would seem that Rhodamant was bent on the task of reviving his own mummified corpse with the flesh of the living. This is very unusual indeed. It takes an incredible magic power to alter the singular purpose of an undead mind. Perhaps there is a power at work here, which is beyond my ken.
Stay a while and listen. If you haven't already, tell Atma that Rhodamant is dead. It may help to ease the weight of her mourning.
Welcome to my shop. Little of what I am able to hear is of any value. But Rhodamant's death, however, is news worth hearing. I'm sure Atma will be glad to hear of this.
Blessings to you. As you have helped Atma and all of us, so shall I help you.
Let me buy you a drink. Whoa, whoa. Rhodamant the Fallen, is it? I've fallen off many a bar stool. No one calls me Gedlash the Fallen. I might go so far as to say Eglash?
You've fallen.
They say that the taste of vengeance is bittersweet, but I find it to my liking. In addition to my undying gratitude, I have spoken on your behalf with the rest of the townspeople. The merchants have agreed to show their gratitude by offering their wares and services at lower rates. Oh, Jaren wants to see you too. You'll find him in front of the palace. They say that the taste...
Atma's been telling everyone what you've done for her.
There's no trouble a mug can't cure.
Good to see you. Ah, the lost Horodric scroll. What a fortunate turn of events. As the last living Horodrim, I alone have knowledge of its meaning. Now, to read the Horodric runes it bears. The Horodric mages, after binding Bale within Tal Rasha, magically sealed off his burial chamber from the mortal realm. Those same mages also crafted fearsome Horodric staves and imbued them with the special power to open the chamber's hidden door. After nearly losing one to the thievery of a rogue sorcerer, they divided all the Horodric staves into two parts, wooden shaft and metal headpiece, hiding them separately to safeguard them. The Horodrim foresaw our current plight and designed the hiding places to reveal themselves to worthy heroes like you. Collect both parts of a Horodric staff and unite them using a Horodric cube. Then you may enter Tal Rasha's burial chamber.
Good evening.
Welcome to the Desert Rain.
feel I can trust you with something I have been hesitant to speak of. Drognin and I have concluded that the Dark Wanderer who passed through here recently was Diablo himself. Drognin believes that Diablo is searching the desert for the secret tomb where the great Horadric mage Tal Rasha keeps Baal imprisoned. You must find Diablo and put an end to the terrible evil that has fallen upon our city. Drognin is wise and is sure to have some helpful advice for you as to how Tal Rasha's tomb may be found. It may take you quite some time to find the tomb. May you be ready when you do. Things are getting worse by the hour. I know everything looks fine, but trust me, it isn't. Good day. It is well known that there are 7 great Horadric tombs hidden beneath the sands in the furthest reaches of the desert. One of them surely must be Tal Rasha's prison. You must explore each of the tombs to find Tal Rasha's exact location. Of course, Diablo is searching for the tomb as well. No one can guess as to what terrors he has unleashed in his search.
Good day. Be very careful, my friend. I think I've seen enough recently not to doubt that these tombs exist. And if they do, they are most certainly guarded by terrible creatures. Caravans take people where they want to go, until they get there.
So, you're going to search for the 7 tombs, huh? Don't you know that they're just desert legends, passed between merchants and travelers? No one really believes that they exist. Atma. Now there's a fine woman. Lately, though, she's only thinking about revenge. She has reason enough.
Good day. If you're going into the deep desert, why not hire a few of my men to watch your back? I haven't talked much to Farah. She keeps to herself most of the time. I get the feeling that she doesn't like us mercenary types much.
Good day. Talrasha's tomb is hidden deep in the desert among 6 others. Talrasha's symbol marks the true tomb. If you want to know what that symbol is, you should be able to find it within the legendary arcane sanctuary. When the recent troubles began, Lord Jaren came seeking my counsel. I advised him to close the port and put the town under strict watch. Lately, though, he's been occupied within the palace. I doubt his wars could divert him from his civic duties for this long, though.
I've heard legends of the tomb of Talrasha, but I thought they were just old tales meant to scare young children. Drogman is a very private person. He's always studying ancient scrolls and such. He may be a mystery to me forever.
Hey there! Oh, I'd go with you to those tombs, but, I don't like all that living dead stuff. Have you found those big sand maggots yet? Arrows and all that?
Ahoy, mate. I'm sorry, I can't help you much here. Now, if the tombs were across the ocean, then I'd be the guy to talk to. The Lady Farah has a proud, noble air about her.
Yes? Diablo nears his goal. We have little time to lose. Remember, my friend, that Andariel gave herself willingly to Diablo's cause. It would be prudent to assume that the other evils will attempt to aid their master as well.
Hello. When Talrasha chose to embody the spirit of Baal, he knew his doom was to wrestle eternally against the will of the greater evil. Look around you and ask yourself, has the battle been won or lost? I've traded my potions to Arif many times. Yes, they seem to fetch a good price in the West.
Elsie.
Legend has it that Talrasha lies imprisoned within his tomb, forever struggling to keep the Lord of Destruction bound. His was a selfless act, although perhaps foolhardy. Geglash is too confident in his abilities. A warrior's true strength is in his heart.
Greetings. I've heard legends of the Tomb of Top. Evil has laid siege to Luke-Gulain, and you may be our last hope.
Good day. Sure, I hear lots of what goes on. Did you hear about the harem guilds? They were the only ones allowed to hide out in the palace when the raids started. It figures.
Something Jaren's not telling me. There's something Jaren's not telling me. I just don't know what. To my eye, things here in town don't look that bad. Especially since Warreef's caravan route opened up.
Yes? There used to be a lot of brothels here. I guess the trouble scared all the women away. Or maybe they're safe in Jaren's palace. Be very careful.
Greetings. It is well known that there are 7 great Horadric tombs. Even though he was once a bandit, I permitted Elzix to take over the Desert Brain Inn. He has been quite civilized ever since.
You may not. Greetings. So, I miss the brothels that used to do business here. You know, all of the ladies fled to the palace as soon as the trouble in the desert started. You'd think that they could at least come out once in a while now that Grays and his men have things relatively under control.
Need some help? Jaren's got a nice little trading post going here. Despite his youth, he is a clever businessman. As you can see by that palace, he's done quite well for himself.
Good evening. Not long ago, one of my Vigerai...
Good evening. Diablo nears it. Mischief is an interesting man. Part of him longs for the freedom of the open seas. Yet his heart belongs in his homeland.
There's nothing to write. I never patronized the brothels, mind you, but since those ladies took up hiding in the palace, there certainly has been less scenery to feast my eyes on.
Hello. Atma is a good, loving woman, but I fear she will succumb to...
question is a very private...
Huh? I've got no time for old argument.
Good evening. The Lady Farah has a proud, noble heir.
Good evening. That old desert fox L6 is as crafty as they come. That old desert fox L6 is as crafty as they come. Years back, he made off with a small fortune of my caravan's wares. I certainly never expected to see him so domesticated.
Good morning. When you arrived, Warreve's caravan had been long overdue. With all of the evil that's arisen in the land, I'm surprised he got through it all.
Good morning. I miss the brothels that used to do business here.
Yes, citizen. Atma seems to be a fine woman. But I'm sure the loss of her family has made her lonely. Perhaps I should go over and console her when I get off duty tonight.
Hello. L6 is a sly one, I'll give him that. Of course, he never tries to cheat me. He knows what my magic skills can do.
Stay a while and listen. L6.
Good morning. I've traded my potions to Warreve many times. Yes, they...
Yeglash is too confident in his...
I'll put that to good use.
Good day. You have quite a treasure there in that Horadric cube. According to Horadric lore, the cube can restore a Horadric staff. To do it, use the cube as you would a scroll. When the cube opens, place both pieces of the staff into it and use the cube's transmute power. You'll be pleased to know that the cube has other alchemical uses as well. 6 gems plus 1 sword transmute into a socketed longsword. You may also transmute 2 quivers of crossbow bolts into 1 quiver of arrows, while 2 quivers of arrows yield 1 quiver of bolts. I must leave it to you to discover other formulae.
Good evening.
Greetings.
Greetings! You astound me, my friend. You have discovered the shaft portion of a Horodric staff. I trust you know how to use a Horodric cube to unite the shaft with its headpiece.
It is an honor to serve you. This unnatural nightfall is no doubt caused by evil sorcery. Drogman might know what we are dealing with. Wareve may not remember me, but I helped him out when I was a young paladin. Listen.
Good to see you. Drognan may have some advice on this matter. I think I'll speak with him myself. Greetings, my friend. Have you spoken to Jaren yet? He's quite a remarkable leader for being such a young man. Then again, the old blood has always run strong in this land.
Greetings, claw vipers. This outer darkness mirrors the inner blackness of their souls. It is they who have eclipsed the sun, I'll wager. They are a venomous band. No, I have great faith in Graves. He seems to have things well in hand.
Tell me your troubles. Drognan the wizard will have some idea as to what is happening. Yeglash may seem like a sot, but he's a brave...
Yes?
This whole place is one big ale fog. Sharon's been acting strange lately. I can't imagine why he would call the town guards into the palace. If there's something wrong in there, I hope he doesn't expect me to handle it.
Hello. This permanent darkness is very unsettling. It would make navigation by stars easier for me, though. I've been all around the seas in these parts. It's dangerous sailing west this time of year, though. Until the season changes, the caravan through the desert is the main trade route to Westmarch. I've been all around the sea.
Where can I take you? The sun has grown disgusted with the terrible deeds it must shine upon each day. Damnation is upon us all. Jaren has his father's strength and wits. He's young, but he rules this place with wisdom and care. I think he'll grow into a fine sultan, provided we all survive this crisis.
Good evening. My astrologers failed to predict this eclipse. You should seek Drognan's advice. To any who aid me in the defense of Lutko-Lane, I pledge my support. Passage east, wealth, honor, all are due to those who help my city.
Welcome to the Desert Rain. 2 men arrived late last night bearing a story about evil magic. They said they saw a gathering of giant snake creatures performing some arcane ritual. They sound like the serpent men of the desert. We've all fared well under Jaren's leadership. The town has remained safe throughout this whole mess. And yet the lad still seems very upset about something.
My men and I are trying to keep the peace, but this kind of thing really scares people. We do a good job in town, but beyond the city gates, you'll find all manner of demons.
Good evening. I've been researching this lengthy eclipse, and I believe it to be the work of claw vipers. Find their temple beneath the desert sands, and you may find the source of this curse. Elzix is a sly one, I'll give him that. Good day. I've been researching.
Good morning. I was going to go to bed, but then I realized that I have no idea what time it is. It could be the crack of dawn for all I know. Bieglash may seem like a sot.
Huh? It's strange when the morning after the night before is still the same night. I've seen Farah defend herself against a few drunken ruffians. She's got moves I've never even seen before. Wherever she's from, she sure learned how to fight there.
Ahoy, mate. I've had about enough of this darkness. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Oh, I've known Elzix for years. He always offers me a free room at his inn when I dock here. But I prefer the comforts of my own cabin.
Greetings. The source of this spell is probably a magical altar. It will not be enough to kill the claw vipers. To reverse the spell, you must destroy the altar. Mischief is an interesting man. Mischief is an interesting man. Part of him longs for the freedom of the open seas, yet his heart belongs in his homeland.
Good morning. I don't know much about the habits of claw vipers, to be honest. Drognet will probably know something about the nature of the magic at work. No, I have great faith in Graves. He seems to have things well in hand.
Good day. The claw vipers practice evil magic. They have also been known to kidnap travelers and sacrifice them to their dark gods. Eglash is too confident in his abilities.
Presence honors me. The calculated coldness of the reptilian brain makes the claw vipers uncanny adversaries. Caravans take people where they want to go, until they get there.
Hello. This eclipse is a definite manifestation of evil.
What you need? I usually charge for rooms by the night, but I may have to soon change that. The chief is a wise captain, I think. Wise enough to know silver from tin and truth from dung, that's for sure.
Good evening. Don't worry. My men and I have an iron grip on this town. If those cursed claw vipers are plotting anything against us, we'll be prepared for them. Atma seems to be a fine woman, but I'm sure the loss of her family has made...
Greetings. I've discovered a reference to a similar eclipse several hundred years ago. It says that some desert-dwelling snake demons had erected an evil altar which caused the sun to go black. Perhaps we're dealing with something similar here. Look for an altar in the Claw Viper Temple. I've heard of your friend Cain. He is the last of the Haradrim.
I've been speaking with Lord Jeren, and I sense that he is becoming more and more agitated by something. You should try to talk to him again. If he still won't take you into his confidence, seek to prove yourself a bit more. I gather that his respect for you is growing.
Blessings to you. Drogman seems to have taken you into his confidence. This is good, for you will benefit from his wisdom. When the three evils were bound ages ago, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, was moved to Kurast and bound by the holiest of magics.
I'll put that to good use.
The Viper amulet you bear is actually the headpiece of a Horodric staff. Yes, you have an uncanny knack for finding rare and valuable artifacts. Of course, you'll have to use a Horodric cube to combine the headpiece with the shaft. Excellent. You have a Horodric staff. Carry it with you into Talrash's tomb. Find within the tomb the chamber whose floor is inset with the circle of 7 symbols. Place the staff into the receptacle you find there. That will open the secret passage into Talrash's burial chamber. But be prepared for a fight. You'll likely have to kill Talrasha to destroy Baal.
Welcome to my shop. Claw vipers are fond of magical artifacts. Did you happen to find one in their temple? I've traded my potions to Warif many times.
Good day. You have done well to restore light to our world. Mashif seldom patronizes my establishment. I think he prefers to stay out there on his leaky ship.
Good day. So this is daylight. It's overrated. Have you found those big sand maggots, you arrows?
Good to see you. So, did you plunder any booty? Ha! That braggart Geglash says he fears neither man nor beast. Yet when I offer to take him out to sea, he quakes with fear.
Good day. With renewed daylight, one may gather the wits that were scattered about like restrictive undergarments in the darkness. Jaren has his father's strength and wits. He's young, but he rules this place with wisdom and care. I think he'll grow into a fine...
Yes? The sun again shines on Lutko Lane. I'm beginning to like you, traveler. When you arrived, Warreve's caravan had been long overdue.
Welcome to the desert rain. It takes but one eye to revel in the beauty of our restored sun.
Citizen. I'm glad that's over with. Jaren's got a nice little trading post going here. Despite his youth, he is a clever businessman. As you can see by that palace, he's done quite well for himself.
I've been researching the old records, trying to find the location of Tal Rasha's tomb. Though I haven't found the tomb itself, I may have a good lead for you. The great Vigerai summoner, Horizon, built his arcane sanctuary somewhere around here. He was a powerful spellcaster and kept demons as slaves within the sanctuary. He kept a close eye on great events too, such as the imprisonment of Baal within Tal Rasha's tomb. If you could find Horizon's sanctuary, I'm sure that it would hold some clue as to the tomb's location. Though I doubt Horizon is still alive, you must proceed with caution. There's no telling what could be waiting inside. When I spoke of this with Lord Jaren, he asked that I send you to him. Perhaps he knows of a secret entrance or the like. You did well in destroying the Claw Vipers. We are all glad to see the sun return to its former glory. The chief and his vessel should remain here, lest we risk taking demonic stowaways to other lands.
Excellent.
Greetings.
You may enter the palace. Stay out of trouble. Welcome to the palace.
When the troubles began here, I allowed the terrified harem guilds to join me within the safety of the palace. All was fine until one night. Screams echoed up the stairwells from the harem. My guards arrived to find the poor girls being slaughtered by a merciless band of hell-spawned demons. My brave guardsmen tried to push the demons back into the mysterious rift from which they came. Ever since, my men have fought a losing battle. Demons have continued to pour through the rift into the palace. Ultimately, I hired Grays and his mercenaries to help protect the rest of my fair city. Drognin believes that the arcane sanctuary lies buried underneath this palace, since Lut-Gholein occupies the site of an ancient Viserai fortress. My palace is open to you now. Take care. When the troubles began here,
A careful caravan gives wide berth to sleeping bandits. If Horizon is gone, let him remain so.
An arcane sanctuary under the palace? I'd heard that there were some underground cellar levels that Jaren used as chambers for his treasure and such, but no arcane sanctuary.
Jared's cellar are the harem girls that have been hiding there since the troubles began.
Allow me to advise you. Nearly 1,000 years ago, Horizon rose to the fore of the Vigerai mage clan. Horizon used the knowledge of the Vigerai to summon and control demons from hell. Though a powerful summoner, Horizon feared that the lords of hell would punish him for enslaving their brethren. Thus, the summoner created for himself an arcane sanctuary. He believed that his sanctuary would not only protect him from hell's vengeance, but also allow him to continue his studies free from the ravages of time and disease. Horizon had crafted many wondrous scrying devices through which he observed the events of the world outside. It is certain that he took careful study of Tal Rasha's imprisonment and recorded the location of his forgotten tomb. The arcane sanctuary was believed to have been constructed here, in Lutgolain. An entrance may be hidden somewhere in the palace, as that building is very old and was once a Vigerai fortress.
He believed that he could bend evil forces to his will. What he didn't know was that evil uses man, not the reverse. The Vigerai still revere him as a symbol of man's ability to triumph over otherworldly forces. The Church of Light, however, cites him as an example of man's folly.
I very much doubt that Horizon still lives in his sanctuary. He possessed great power and influence over demons, but even that may not have been enough in the end. One of his notoriety cannot easily remove himself from the vengeful reach of hell.
Horizon found it necessary to lock himself up for all time, just to protect himself from those angry demons. Such is the fate of one who practices the summoning art. That or eternal damnation. There's old summoners and bold summoners, but no old, bold summoners.
The legend of Horizon is an old one, especially around these parts. You wouldn't believe the feats and strange events that are attributed to him.
Look, I'm just about as tough and arrogant as they come. But you never catch me trying to tame a demon for a pet. That's just asking for a lot of trouble.
Arcane Sanctuary. That place sounds awful. Even if you find a way into it, what makes you think you'll be able to leave again?
I've been thinking about the problems in Jaren's palace. Perhaps this has occurred to you as well. If those cellar passageways lead to the arcane sanctuary, then that is where the demons came from. Horizon's haven must have been breached.
Greetings. Even a sanctuary such as Horizon's can be breached by the tentacles of evil. Such a haven could have become a chamber of unspeakable horrors. Be wary of what you may unleash. Geglash is too confident.
Hello. Huh? The horizon is always out of reach. You should know that. Oh, a horizon. Oh, I see. Yes, well, he was insane. Brilliant, yes, but total lunatic. No, I have great faith in Grays.
Good evening. Fate is like a caged gorilla. It will pelt you with dung if you mock it. Jaren has his father's strength and...
Good morning. There was an Eastern mage, a Vigerai, I believe, who visited me almost a year ago. He was very interested in the history of this site, and he seemed particularly fascinated with the palace architecture. I gave him a tour. When he found the ancient seals over a passageway in the cellar, he became very agitated. He asked for some time alone to study them, and I granted it. Shortly after, he left with no further word, and I never saw him again. Odd, don't you think? Even though he was once a bandit, I permitted Elsie.
Good morning. I understand that you've been talking to Jaren. Well, if so, then you're the first in a long while. Since the trouble began, actually. Do us a favor and try to find out what's got Jaren so edgy all the time. Okay? We've all fared well under Jaren's leadership. The town has remained safe throughout this whole mess.
What's got you so occupied in the palace? Oh, don't tell me you're finding the harems more compelling than killing demons. That would be out of character for one such as yourself. I'd stay clear of Lysander if I were you. He's always mixing his damn potions and chemicals. I wouldn't be surprised if he winds up blowing himself to smithereens.
Greetings. I am certain that you will find the information you need when you find Horizon's journal. I suggest you find it quickly, for Diablo may be getting closer to freeing his brother as we speak. I've been practicing magic for more years than you could know. I'm older than I look, though not so old that I can't conjure up a few sparks.
Good day. So, now that you're such a pal of Jaren, why don't you ask him if I can set sail one of these days? I'm running out of patience. Oh, I've known Elzix for years.
Let me buy you a drink. All my years of brawling, of pummeling both the unsuspecting and the deserving, have yielded two insights. You can either fight, or you can run. All other strategies are variations of these. I've seen Farah defend herself against a few drunken ruffians. She's got moves I've never even seen before. Wherever she's from, she sure learned how to fight there.
Tell me your troubles. So you've been in the palace, have you? Tell me, why does Jaren keep that place locked up so tight? Mashif seldom patronizes me.
Good day.
Good day.
appearance of the mage you describe sounds like one I met back in Tristram. Many Vigeri came to fight against Diablo, the Lord of Terror. Perhaps this is one of them. You know, fate seems to have frowned upon all of the heroes who confronted that terrible evil. Take care, or the same may happen to you. I've been thinking about the problems in Jaren's palace. Perhaps this has occurred to you as well. If those cellar passageways lead to the arcane sanctuary. I talked at length with Wariv as we crossed the desert from Kandurus. He has many fascinating tales of the dangers of the desert. His experience may be useful to you.
Good evening. That doesn't sound like Horizon. I'll agree that he may have gone mad, but from what you tell me, I don't think that's the case. Talk to Drogman. He may know more than I. Wariv may not remember me, but I helped him out when I was a young paladin.
Good evening. Oh, yes, I remember. There was a fellow around here many months ago who asked almost as many questions about Horizon as you. So, he discovered enough to assume Horizon's place in the Arcane Sanctuary, huh? What a fool. I've traded my potions to Wariv many times.
Yes? There's nothing more dreadful than a powerful being driven by a frayed mind. Caravans take people where they want.
Yes? The man you describe is probably not Horizon. He sounds like the very mage who came around here a while ago. He was very curious about this palace, and seemed especially interested in the seal on the passageway in the cellar. He left shortly after that. I wonder how he got down there. The seal was never broken. That mage spoke a great deal to Drogman. Why don't you ask him about it? The woman Atma may have some useful gossip for you. She can always be found near her public house.
What you need? Crazy mages give me the creeps. Just kill them and get on with your business. What tales Drognan can tell. You would do well to listen carefully to that wizened wizard.
Good evening. That guy really talks like that? Sounds like either Horizon has gone stir-crazy or that's some imposter. We do a good job in town, but beyond the city gates, you'll find all manner of demons.
Good evening. Yes, the man you speak of sounds like the mage who came here many months ago. He claimed to have fought Diablo in the passages beneath Tristram. No doubt the fool wandered into Horizon's sanctuary and lost whatever was left of his ravaged mind. He is beyond salvation. It is possible that the fool has been possessed by the spirit of Horizon. If that's true, then you'd better put an end to his tortured existence. Once done, I believe the demons who were summoned and imprisoned within the sanctuary will cease to exist as well. I've been practicing magic for more years than you could know. I'm old.
Hello. Ah, yes. As a ship captain, I am well aware of the phenomenon of a false horizon. Sorry, just a little joke. I've been all around the seas in these parts. It's dangerous sailing west this time of year, though. Until
Horizon's crazy. I'd be surprised if he wasn't. All those centuries without ale drive anyone to drink. But then you couldn't drink. And that would drive you to drink. Huh? What was the question? I've killed plenty of those demons out in the desert. It doesn't seem to slow them down any, though. They just keep coming back for more.
There's no trouble a mug can't cure. You always seem to find the worst trouble. I don't know how you handle it. Evil has laid siege to Lutkulain, and you may be our last hope. Good day. You always seem to find the worst trouble. I don't know how you handle it. You always seem to find the worst trouble. I don't know how you handle it.
Hey there! So, Horizon's crazy. I'd be surprised if he wasn't. All those centuries without ale drive anyone to drink.
You always seem to find the... So you've been in the palace, have you?
Allow me to advise you. Yes, the man.
I could have dreamed. Perhaps there is hope for us after all. You're more the hero.
Huh? The way I see it, well, it's all pretty blurry.
My ship is your ship. Well, you've got what you're after. Now better move on before it's too late.
Good day. I guess you'll be heading to the tombs now. I hear that they're in the deepest desert regions.
Please state your business. The demonic force that was emanating from the corrupted sanctuary has dissipated. I thank you greatly for your help. Now we can look to rebuilding our lives. All will be for nothing, though, if you do not stop the greater evil which is rapidly gaining ground.
Good day. You make me long for the days of glory, when I had both hands, both eyes, and more of a foot.
Good day. So, Horizon's been dead for some time. I take it you at least found what you were looking for.
Good day. Larger forces are moving inexorably towards us. You must now make haste to the tombs.
Good day. I hope that this false summoner found peace in death. Unfortunately, it is more likely that he will be dragged down into hell by the demons he was bound to. Let this be a lesson to you. Demonic magic is a quick path, but its powers are seductive and deadly.
There's nothing the right portion can't cure. Such is always the fate of those who meddle with evil.
Greetings. I feel no pity for that would-be summoner. His terrible ambition for demonic power was his undoing. You merely hastened the inevitable.
find it through the portal. But know that the glowing glyphs recorded here in my arcane sanctuary are the signs of the 6 false tombs. The missing 7th sign marks the tomb of Tal Rasha. Of the Herodrum, he might be called the Foremost. It was a shining but brief moment for the mage clans when they set aside their differences and worked together against the common enemy. The Herodrum relentlessly pursued the 3 across the desolate empires of the East and even into the uncharted lands of the West, leaving the Archangel Tyrael's hands unblemished. Presuming the 3 to be vanquished, the Herodrum's unstable fellowship began to dissipate.
must move quickly now, friend, for Diablo is undoubtedly close to finding what he seeks. Find the tomb of Tal Rasha before he frees the Lord of Destruction. Stay a while and listen. You must move.
Tell me your troubles.
How may I help you? Faith is stronger than any armor. The shield will protect the body, but faith will strengthen the courageous heart.
Welcome to my shop. Horizon's urinal? Oh, journal. Yes, but glad you found it. Such a shame about those poor Haru girls, huh? I shall miss them deeply. I mean, their conversations, of course.
Hey there. I wish Jaren would have let me in the palace. I would have saved those girls and kicked demon ass back to the fire pits of hell.
Hello. So, now we know Jaren's little secret. Well, I guess I can see why he wanted me to stay, though. I'm just glad it didn't come to that. Now he tells me to wait some more, in case you need to get out of here. But for you, I'll do it. Maybe they'll mention me in the epic ballads, eh?
Your presence honors me. Well, the news going around town is very unsettling. Apparently, we were in more danger than anyone thought. Good work, friend. You may have saved all our skins.
Good day. I thank you for your heroic aid. I'm also glad that you found something you were looking for. The journal should help you find the true tomb of Tal Rasha. Hopefully there is still time to get there before Diablo. Go now, and good luck.
What you need? News of the tragedy in the palace is spreading fast. How awful. And to think this whole time I thought Jaren and his guards were in there playing with the harem girls.
Greetings. Unbelievable. The harem girls are dead. The palace guards have been fighting off demons from the cellar. How could that happen without my knowledge?
Greetings. You have found Horizon's journal. Excellent. But I must caution you. The mark of the true tomb of Tal Rasha is sought, if not already known, by Diablo. I needn't elaborate on the implications of that.
頭のアルカナクエストクリアのセリフ、ミスりました。最初に話しかけないと選択肢が消えてしまいます。
did expect you earlier. I am the Archangel Tyrion. I came here to prevent Diablo from freeing his brother Baal, but I have failed. Now terror and destruction roam free throughout your world. Even now, they head towards the eastern capital of Kurast, to the very heart of the Zaharin Temple. There they hope to find their eldest brother, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, who was imprisoned there ages ago. If the three prime evils unite, they will be invincible. It is unclear as to what their aims are. It is certain they must be stopped at all costs. I am broken, and the energies that tie me to this world are diminishing rapidly. You must take up this quest and prevent the three brothers from reuniting. You must cross the sea and search for Diablo and Baal in Kurast. Now, hurry, mortal. Time is running out for all of us.
Diablo, I will find you yet.
You have proven to be the greatest of heroes, and I am honored to call you friend. Thank you for bringing peace to our lives again. Greetings. You have proved...
Hey! You're an inspiration and such a hero that it makes me look twice as bad. You're okay. Hey, just save some glory for us little guys, huh?
Jaren tells me I should take you east to Kurast. I haven't been there for several years, but rumor has it things are pretty grim.
The Archangel Tyrion was the one who gave the Soul Stones to the Horadrim 260 years ago. It is highly unusual for the forces of heaven to so directly interfere with man's destiny. But Tyrion was sent to act of his own volition. We have never been able to discern why. Perhaps he goes against the consensus of heaven because he doubts our ability to defend ourselves. Or perhaps he sees more threat than his peers. Where the actions of hell often seem straightforwardly bent on destruction, the motives of heaven are unfathomable. Now make haste. Both Diablo and Baal must be stopped before they join with their brother Mephisto. If the three prime evils unite once again, the world as we know it will be no more.
This is terrible news. Baal is in possession of one of mankind's most powerful mages, and the Lord of Terror guides his path. They must be stopped, for I am sure they mean to free their elder brother Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, who lies imprisoned under the corrupted city of Kurast. I fear you are walking into a great evil, but your faith can save you. May you walk in the light always.
Hello. I'm sorry things didn't turn out as you had hoped. Go and remember us fondly. You know, you bothered me far less than most.
Never fear, my friend. You did the best you could. I suspect that Diablo and Baal are now heading east towards Kurast. You will find them. I know you will.
You have done very well. Few could have come this far, let alone discover the true tomb of Tal Rasha. Unfortunately, I hear that Diablo and Baal have eluded your grasp. This is most unfortunate. If you wish to travel east, I have authorized Mashif to give you passage by sea. I imagine he should be very anxious to leave by now. Good luck on your quest, and thank you again for saving my beloved city. You will always be welcome in Lut Gholein, my friend.
Welcome to the palace. Good day. I heard that Diablo has managed to best you, at least for the time being. I hope you catch up with him soon, and send him back to hell for good.
Good day. I've heard that your foe got away from you this time. Well, look at it this way. You got the demons on the run. If you're going to be leaving, then, well, thanks for your help.
This is a serious setback. It is most unfortunate that Tal Rasha has been consumed by Baal's destructive influence. There are many secrets known to the Haradrim which could be used by Baal against us. We must travel east by sea to Kurast and stop Diablo and Baal before they free their eldest brother, Mephisto. The lands of the Eastern Empire are not the same as they used to be. There's been little word for some time. Speed is of the essence. Go quickly, my friend. May the fates smile on you.
Jaren tells me I should take you east to Kurast. I haven't been there for several years, but rumor has it things are pretty grim.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
Stay a while and listen.
Good day.
I am overburdened. Yes.
Hello.
Stay a while and listen.
It is an honor to serve you.